Hello, I'm Rihely, a senior studying business management at the University of Arizona. This semester, one idea that really changed the way I think about leadership is being elastic and understanding that your way isn't always the right way. Work-life balance isn't one size fits all, and leadership means being able to stretch, adjust, and see things from other people's point of views. Work-life boundaries seem simple on paper. You say you won't work on the weekends, you set hours for yourself, you promise you're going to log off. But in reality, it's not nearly that easy. I've learned how quickly those boundaries can fade, not because we don't care, just because of modern work makes it so easy to be on all the time. One experience that really opened my eyes was having the opportunity to study abroad in Barcelona, Spain. I received my minor and biliteracy seal upon graduation in high school for Spanish. Having the opportunity to live in a new culture forced me to slow down, pay attention, and live my life instead of just planning around my school or my work. The people there focus on their conversations and being present with everyone around them. It showed me the importance of how we can learn from stepping outside of our usual routines. Thinking about segmenters versus integrators, I realized I'm definitely a segmenter. I like the clear separation between school and social life. I make lists, I set plans, and I like each part of my day to have its own space. But studying abroad pushed me out of that comfort zone. In life, there aren't always going to be neat categories for everything to fit into. And as a leader, I need to realize that both work styles work, and I need to understand those differences. Learning more about segmenters versus integrators showed me how leadership isn't always about enforcing the way I operate, but it's about being elastic enough to support the way that other people operate. Not everyone works the same way that I do. Some people love the flexibility and others need structure. Being elastic means adjusting my expectation, asking questions, and listening to people in the way that functions best for them. As I move into my career after graduation, my goal is to create an environment where people can be authentically themselves, where someone is able to say, I need to log off at 5, and that boundary is respected, where taking breaks isn't seen as a weakness, but as something that makes people stronger. I want to be a leader who values recovery, who schedules responsibly, and who respects people's time. I want to set the tone, not by talking about balance, but by actually modeling it. Everything I've learned from this semester comes back to one idea: being elastic. Your way isn't always right, and that leadership means being able to stretch, adapt, and understand how others are seeing the world. Some of us are segmenters, and some of us are integrators. Some of us need structures, while others thrive in flexibility. Remote work, recovery, scheduling breaks, none of it works for the same for everybody. But what does matter is perspective taking, slowing down long enough to ask people how they function best and respecting the boundaries that they need to stay healthy. And for me, that's the kind of leader I hope to become. One who listens, one who adjusts, and one who supports real, meaningful balance.